Hey everyone, Wes here for Family Gamer TV with some really cool Disney Infinity 3 news. You know that game is all focused around Star Wars, and we've had Clone Wars playsets and figures announced, we've had original trilogy figures and playsets announced, but what we haven't had yet, until today that is confirmation of Star Wars Rebels. Yes, we are going to get 4 Star Wars Rebels figures, no playsets at this point, but 4 Star Wars Rebels figures which can be unlocked and used throughout any of the existing Star Wars playsets. And of course you can use them in the toy box too, so there's plenty of places you can play with these figures. And if we look at this first screenshot from the game, you can see we've got Ezra, we've got Kanan, we've got Zeb and Sabine. We are missing Hera. We don't know yet whether Hera will come either with Disney Infinity 3 at some point or later down the line, maybe with a future release of the game. Who knows, but we are getting these 4 confirmed, and I think they're probably the 4 most popular figures. But it'd be nice to get Hera at some point too. So you can see they're very, very reminiscent of how they look in the cartoon. Almost as if the cartoon had been made with the Disney Infinity style in mind. I wonder if that was the case, because they are very true to their original appearance. And this shot is taken from the Twilight of the Republic playset. So you can see we've got the droids in the background there. And next up, we've got a shot from the Rise Against the Empire playset. Here you can see Kanan and Ezra in action with their lightsabers, taking on those old school stormtroopers. And that may very well be on the Death Star, or it could be on a Star Destroyer. It looks like one of the two. And here, Zeb in action with Chewbacca. Now that's a great pairing of it. Zeb and Chewbacca working together with AT-ATs in the background there, stormtroopers. What a combination. And you can play that now. You can use any of these Star Wars characters in any playset. And here, now look at this. Ezra versus Vader. Doesn't get a lot cooler than that, to be honest. And you can see that screenshots from the Rise Against the Empire playset, and that bit's taken from the Hoth segment in that playset. Next up, we've got the Twilight of the Republic playset yet again, and you'll remember this iconic scene from the Attack of the Clones film, in that kind of stadium where the protagonist got surrounded by all the bad guys and all those alien monsters and stuff. And here we've got Kanan and Sabine in action. Sabine minus the helmet from her Mandalorian armor, you know, the kind of same armor that Boba Fett wears, but here in action with Yoda as well. And last but not least, we have another shot from the Twilight of the Republic playset. This time, Zeb and Sabine fighting off those droids with Obi-Wan alongside them. And these matchups are brilliant. All these cross-generational matchups we can have with the Disney Infinity Star Wars stuff. Any playset, any figure. You just got to find the unlockable and then they're yours to use wherever. Now, here's where we get to the fun and games. Let's have a look at the figures. And first up, we've got Ezra Bridger. So, Ezra really is the main star of Rebels. He's like the Padawan for Kanan. Doesn't start off that way, but he's soon becomes realised that he's fluid with the Force, strong in the Force, and he's learning to become a Jedi. He's trying to find out what's happened to his parents, and that's the ongoing theme throughout that first season of Star Wars Rebels. And if you haven't checked it out, highly recommend it. Now you can see here his lightsaber's a little bit different to other ones we've seen. It has a proper kind of handle on it with a wrist, finger guard there. But the figure just looks so much like it does in the cartoon. All the Rebels figures have this kind of grey base as well, and the detailing there is great. Next up, Kanan, who is the Jedi Master for Ezra. Kanan originally trained in his younger days by Obi-Wan Kenobi, so the links are all there. So you can have Master Obi-Wan paired with Padawan Kanan, effectively, and those guys working together throughout the playsets. And notice that both characters have the same colour lightsaber blade as well. Now, the fun thing about Kanan's lightsaber is it splits in two, and he does that to conceal it from the Empire. But again, detailing and costume, everything looks just like it does in the cartoon. And it'll be interesting to see if the voice actors come back into Disney Infinity to voice these characters as well. Freddie Prinze Jr. voices the character of Kanan. Now, here's one of everybody's favourite characters, Zeb. Always up to mischief, always getting in Ezra's face, giving him grief. a fun character. And we saw in that screenshot, you know, pairing him with Chewbacca. I'd love to see Zeb and Han Solo in the Millennium Falcon going down the trench with Luke in the X-Wing, or maybe even Ezra in the X-Wing. So many different options here. And you can see, I think it's his bow rifle he's got across his back there. But again, great coloration, great details, and all on that grey base again. And last but not least, perhaps everybody's favourite character from Star Wars Rebels, or at least mine, that's Sabine, the Mandalorian, minus a helmet, as we saw in the screenshots, but it would be a shame to hide her behind that helmet. I'm sure there will be an opportunity to wear it in the game, but she's got that funky blue-green hair, and you can see she's even showing off the side of herself that's all about the graffiti art, with the foot perched on top of that Stormtrooper helmet, with a nice little Rebel insignia sprayed on the side of it. Just great character and great realisation. The attitude there comes across in the facial expression and everything. Just brilliantly realised. So there you go. That's our look at Disney Infinity 3.0's Star Wars Rebels figures. Hope you enjoyed that, and of course, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our future Disney Infinity updates. So that's all for today. Stay tuned for more from Family Gamer TV.